In 2007, a Scottish court case hit the headlines, causing a ripple effect worldwide, a seemingly inconsequential tale about an insignificant man. It should have been quickly forgotten. Instead, it became the topic of heated debate from the UK to America and beyond. Hello, Mr. X. You may have heard his name or seen photographs of this man, but for our purposes, he will remain anonymous. We shall just call him Mr. X. In fact, let's imagine this story unfolding in another world entirely. Imagine a small hostel in a small town. A small town, a lot like Aeon. Now this is quite a predicament, Mr. X. Needless to say, the cleaners wasted no time before relating these events to their manager, who immediately called the police. Mr. X was promptly arrested. Which brings us here, to a sheriff court in a small town. A small town, a lot like Aeon. Mr. X stands accused of sexually aggravated breach of the peace. The prosecution described events at the crime scene thus. The cleaners observed the accused wearing a white T-shirt, naked from the waist down. The accused was holding the bike and moving his hips back and forth. When they walked into the room, the accused just said, "Where's it hen?" Let's digress for just a moment to consider the heinous criminal act of which Mr. X is accused. How exactly do you go about having sex with a bicycle?
I was thinking the rubber and the handlebars. That's how I would do it, but I mean, that's disgusting. So, you know how handlebars, it's like a metal frame, grips, the metal frames, I don't know.
It's hard to imagine a part of a bike that doesn't chafe or there isn't something metal sticking out. So, what I would personally, theoretically, go for first would be maybe something to do with the saddle, since that's the only really soft bit. So maybe underneath the saddle? It's got springs as well.
Well, take the saddle off, or...?
No, just leave it on. Just take it from behind.
You got the inner tubes, I don't know.
Of the tyre?
Who knows?
Interesting. That's a new one as well.
Use your imagination.
Perhaps something with the spokes. I don't know. I think it would all be sore. I mean, I know a lot of guys who love their bikes, but never in the sort of biblical sense of things. The only thing I could think of would maybe be something to do with the saddle, perhaps. Well, there's a tube here. Obviously, it would have to be a bike with oversized tubing, but it would be very uncomfortable, I would imagine.
But back to the case in hand. It's time for sentencing. The court sheriff observed, "In almost 4 decades in the law, I thought I had come across every perversion known to mankind. But this one is a new one on me. I've never heard of a psychosexualist." Mr. X was sentenced to 3 years on probation. Because there was a sexual aspect to the charge, Mr. X was also placed on the register of sex offenders for 3 years. That's 3 years during which every time Mr. X applies for a job or a visa or a passport, his status as a registered sex offender will be flagged up. Mr. X has paid quite a price. It would seem in Scotland, what you do in the privacy of your own room doesn't always stay private.
Bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. I want to ride
My bicycle.
I want to ride
my bike.
I want to ride
My bicycle.
I want to ride
It where I like.